That's their shit, not mine. That's their shit, not mine. As I'm healing and I look back on my entire life, I realize how I just didn't have boundaries before. And as a result of not having boundaries, I just got so consumed by everyone else's frame. All of the energies, all of the emotions and everything. I mistook other people's shit for mine. This is also something that I learned was my responsibility. So within that, it's also a lot more challenging to see things clearly. But what I'm realizing now is that even if everyone else is not okay, I can be completely fine. It's just the reality of it. And previously, I probably would have felt like guilty for that, you know? Oh, we're having a shit show right now. This is absolute hell. How the hell could you possibly be okay? By understanding that that's your shit and not mine. Boundaries are very simple. They're also very challenging for people that are codependent. Um, yeah, back before when I didn't have boundaries, I confused everyone else's shit for mine, right? Now, as I'm learning boundaries, I'm learning to set boundaries and maintain boundaries. I have the boundaries, so it's like, okay, I don't have to be affected by this, and I'm not a bad person for allowing myself to be okay while whoever is going through what they're going through is not okay, right? Um, it's a very interesting space of awareness to be in because throughout my entire life, I have allowed myself to be devastatingly affected by other people's shit unnecessarily. And it's so interesting too because like the more I sit with it, the more I'm like, oh, I don't have to stop this incredible I just said incredible. I meant to say I was thinking about saying festival. This incredible festival inside of myself that's just, incredible. Like I'm having a great time in life. Life is great. And that festival, that stellar experience doesn't have to stop just because other people are not having a good time with life. And as I heal and as I see the boundaries that I'm setting and I look back at the boundaries that I did not set or just the boundaries that I did not have altogether, I'm literally like, wow, this is so cool. And I don't have to feel guilty for having fun, even when other people are just Eeyore. That's what it's like, just like down and just always, just that's it. Like no, I'm going to remain in my frame. That rhymed once again. I love rhyming. Yeah, I'm gonna remain in my frame, and other people are responsible for their own shit. That's another thing that was very challenging for me before. As a codependent, I learned that I was responsible for managing other people's emotion and their shit. Yeah, no, that's their shit and not mine. I don't have to be there with that, right? Um, and that's just the reality of it. So, like, just like recognize that's the other thing too. Like, I'm learning now as I heal that I can just allow people to be in their own stuff by themselves. I don't have to try to get them out of it. I don't have to try to rescue them from it. I don't have to try to save them from it. They can be in their own stuff, and I don't have to do shit about it. I don't. The other thing that's kind of like challenging for me is learning to trust people, like to take care of themselves, like to be responsible. And so far, I have not met many people that I can actually trust to do that for themselves. And this is also because there are parts of me that are still healing that learned the being responsible for managing other people's emotions, that still kind of tunes into all that stuff and sees people that are like that. And, sometimes I find myself being like, no, no, like just don't. Just don't. Um, and, just like all of this time that I have found myself having on my hands, just all of this time and energy, that's something that, like, I haven't even really talked a lot about. I don't know if anybody talks about that, but like, as a codependent, healing from codependency, healing from learning to be responsible for everybody else's emotions, and learning that it's my job to manage all of that stuff. The amount of time and energy that I find myself having back now, like, it's out of this world. And previously, what I was used to doing was just, managing everyone else. And now I'm like, what do I do? Right? And at the same time, it's like, I know what to do. I get to create what I want to create because that's my stuff, right? Yeah, healing from all of this stuff and just, really just sitting in the space of awareness with the mantra, that's their shit, not mine. It's very healing. It's very rewarding. And by the way, when you start setting boundaries and you set them, you maintain them, and you walk away when people don't respect them, yeah, people start getting the understanding that, oh, he's real about it. Shit, okay. And then the respect comes. You don't get respected when you set a boundary and then abandon the shit out of it. There's no respect with that. You don't get respect when you stand there and take abuse. There's no respect there. You get respect when you set a fucking boundary and it's either respected, or if it's disrespected, you walk away. That's where the respect happens. But, yeah. The more I sit with that's their shit, not mine, the more I realize how throughout my entire life, I've exerted a lot of energy into things I never needed to. That's all. I have exerted a fuck ton of energy into things that I never needed to, that were never my responsibility. That's wild. Absolutely wild.